Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is not a Japanese beer, and I'm not sure if it is considered a craft beer, but it is considered a classic in its style. And that beer is this one. And it's called Budweiser in English, and Budvar or Czechvar, Budějovický Budvar. I really don't know exactly how to pronounce this, and I suppose I should, but I do not. And this is a Pilsner, a Bohemian or Czech style Pilsner, and it's considered one of the origin beers, or beers for its style, which is a Pilsner. And this beer is actually, the brewery is owned by the Czech government, and it's kind of a national symbol in the Czech Republic. And apparently in the United States it's sold as Czechvar due to their trademark dispute with Budweiser. The town is a German, was a German, controlled by Germans, minority population, and the German name for the town is Budweis, so Budweiser comes out of that. And let me read a little bit to you from this reference book about this beer very quickly. This is brewed in the town, and again my pronunciation is not going to be quite right for this here, in the town of Český Budějovice, known as Budweis in German. The Czech Republic's iconic Budvar has long fought for its right to use the Budweiser brand, made famous by U.S. Anheuser-Busch. Budvar's location gives its claim substantial weight. Of key importance is Budvar's founding story as a Czech-owned brewery in a town whose brewery was controlled by a minority of ethnic Germans. So in the era of the so-called Czech Awakening at the end of the 19th century, such divisions began to have great significance. Much as the Czech National Theatre was founded in Prague to present opera in the language of the people rather than that of the ruling German-speaking aristocracy, the majority of Czech citizens in this town founded the Budvar brewery as a joint stock company. And within only a few years, the nationalist fervor of Czech beer fans meant that Budvar's production greatly surpassed that of the earlier brewery, the German-controlled brewery. And this was perhaps more there was more to the beer's popularity than simply patriotism. This is a truly remarkable beer. In earlier days, just as it was in earlier days, it's hopped with whole cone Satz hops and conditioned for at least 90 days. And the result is a well-attenuated golden beer with less malt heft than many Bohemian Pilsners, as well as flowery Satz nose of remarkable complexity. The brewery remains among the most traditional in the country, still taking its brewing water from classic artesian wells, although it's long been considered a prime candidate for privatization. It remains the proud property of the Czech nation. And on the back, you can see it has a label saying protected geographical indication. Okay, so I assume this would be something similar to the champagne sort of thing in France, where you must be within a certain district to produce anything that's called champagne. Okay, so this is again 5% beer, and on RateBeer it's listed at 22 international bitter units, on Untapped 32, and I'm not sure who is right. I'm kind of probably thinking maybe RateBeer at 22, but we'll see. And on RateBeer, it's got 3,519 ratings and an average score of 3.2 out of 5, 41 percentile for all beers on RateBeer, and 72 for its style, which again is Pilsner, Bohemian or Czech Pilsner. Untapped, this one comes in at 158,000 ratings at 3.28 out of 5, so not much higher. Let's give this one a go. You can smell it already. You smell those hops coming out already. Oh my, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so the bitterness difference here, I'm not sure, but certainly the aroma is quite strong. Just as with, say, something like Pilsner Urquell, you can really, you get it a meter away. So you can see it's completely clear. Some pretty constant carbonation streaming up from several parts of the bottom of the glass. And yeah, the aroma is pretty much Zatz hops, almost entirely. And flavor, very similar. The maltiness does enter here. It's kind of mild. Well, perhaps this is 32 bittering units. And whether I can tell the difference between, 10 units plus or minus, I'm not sure, but the hops are definitely the dominant feature of this beer. As far as I can tell from the label here, it looks like all of the ingredients, the malt and the hops, are Czech. Nice kind of light bready, very mildly sweet malt, which contrasts very nicely with the hops. Clean, clear, very light tracks, has a very interesting aftertaste. But the nose on this is tremendous. I haven't had this in quite a while, and I was kind of wondering, they still use green glass bottles, which are not as good at keeping out ultraviolet light, and which can tend to skunk the beer. And this is not at all in that sense. I mean, it's pretty good. I've had some bad bottles of Pilsner Urquell, but this is solid. So whether you're in Japan or elsewhere, you can check out this beer. Bad joke, I'm sorry. And give it a go, really. So once again, this is Budovar or Czechvar Budějovický Budvar Pilsner, and 5%, 22, maybe 32 international beer units. Give it a go. Let me know what you think, and please do subscribe to the channel. Okay, we're going to be looking at a few more beers that are not Japanese or not necessarily craft either, but let's go on this journey together. Okay, bye-bye.